Hey there, I wanted to take 5 minutes if I could here, and first of all say welcome to the 5-minute video series, and I'm your host Keith Giles. So real quick, I wanted to talk about discipleship, and this is something that's probably going to be a series of things that I want to talk about over a period of time. First of all, I want to correct this idea. I think one of the concerns that I have when I see people talking about discipleship is I think the way we think of it is wrong. And I think if we start off on the wrong step and the wrong foot, you're just going to end up in a wrong place. That discipleship, this is the most important thing. Discipleship is not a class you take. It's not a program you're a part of. It's not a 12-week, seminar or something. It's not something you check off and you go through a series of classes, and at the end you say, okay, there you go. I've either made disciples, or I've gone through a discipleship course, and now there you go. I'm finished learning how to be a disciple. I watched a real brief little video that someone had done this morning, actually, which kind of got me thinking in this direction. And they were asking these two kind of gurus about what's the most important thing you need to remember, or that you need to do, to make disciples. And they had a good answer. I don't think their answer was wrong. I just would have moved their answer a little, maybe step 2 or 3 on the list. Here's how I would answer that question. What's the most important thing you need to remember to make disciples and to be a good discipler and disciple maker? The first thing you need to remember is that you have to be a disciple yourself. In other words, if you're not a disciple, if you're not following Jesus, how are you going to help someone else learn how to do that, right? I mean, if I don't know how to play a musical instrument, I shouldn't be giving guitar lessons. If I don't know anything about painting, I shouldn't be teaching people how to paint, right? And so the main thing to remember is that all of us are disciples. In fact, it's the same word. It's the same thing in the book of Acts. Disciples are Christians. The followers of Jesus were first called disciples in Antioch, the disciples were first called Christians in Antioch. But Christian just means little Christ, and that was what the pagans called them, because they were so much like Jesus. They were calling them little Christs. But before that, they were just called disciples, and there's no other term, there's no other category for Christian other than disciple. You're either following Jesus or you're not following Jesus. So that's the main thing to remember. We have to first think of ourselves as followers of Jesus. And this is a lifelong process, guys. This is not something, again, it's not a class you take. It's not a series of things you go through. It's not a booklet you read through and check off boxes. And it's not anything like that. It's a lifelong journey that begins the moment you say to Jesus, I'm going to follow you. And once you've done that, you're a disciple, and you're going to be a disciple the rest of your life. And then therefore making disciples is just showing other people, bringing them along with you, helping them to also follow Jesus in their actual life. And understand, too, it's never one person discipling another person. It's a symbiotic relationship. So I'm discipling someone, but at the same time, they're helping me follow Jesus. You understand? So we're always discipling and being discipled ourselves all the time. That really is the way it should be working. And I will do a series of these because this is a much deeper topic than I'm going to be able to cover in 5 minutes. But I'd love to hear your comments. If you would leave a comment, or you want to ask me a question or something like that, I'd love to hear it. Help me make this a conversation where we talk about discipleship and how do we think of it the right way, how do we do it the right way, and how do we become better at being disciples ourselves and helping others be disciples who follow Jesus in their actual daily life. Amen? So thanks for listening. We will do this again later. And until then, God bless. Have a great day and let the kingdom come. Bye-bye.